Hi, I'm Allison Meyer, and these are my friends Alexis Cruz
Oh no!
and Bailey Mount. And this is Bad Fanfiction Fridays, where we aim to bring you the good, the bad, and the ugly of fanfiction. Hi! Before you begin listening to this episode, we here at Bad Fanfiction Fridays want to let you know that this episode does include verbal depictions of sexual violence. Listener discretion is advised. Now, on to the episode. And welcome back to the final episode of Bad Fanfiction Fridays. Woo! And so, today we don't have a set theme or trope or genre type dealio, because we're just like, nah, we're just gonna bring you the worst.
We're gonna roll out the red carpet for you guys one last time.
One last time. Yeah, so Alexis found a fic and she messaged us and she was like, yo, I wish I'd found this for the episode, but then I didn't and it's horrible. And then yeah, so Alexis, take it away.
I still want to die for even finding this. So this is on AO3 and it's entitled Dark Spaces by Alexandria Bloom. So this one is a Star Wars The Force Awakens fanfic, and I remember the only reason why I was interested was because the tags were wild. So the main couple or ship in this are Kylo Ren, ex-reader, Poe Dameron, ex-reader. So, I mean, I don't know if there's a love triangle. According to the tags, it's mostly Kylo Ren and the reader. And I still think that's weird because, I don't know about y'all, but Kylo Ren did not seem a very admirable character in the movie.
He was not an admirable character, no. I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
He was not.
And then, some of the tags are Dominant Kylo Ren, Dom Sub,
No, stop.
Sub Reader,
God!
Shameless Smut,
Yeah.
Shameless Garbage,
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Inappropriate Use of the Force,
Probably.
Inappropriate Use of Weapons, Object Insertion,
That's the inappropriate part.
Inappropriate Use of Lightsabers,
You will die. You will die.
and,
Mm.
it's called Star Wars, not Star Peace.
What? What?
Yes, Star Wars, not Star Peace. I don't know what that means, but I'm worried.
It's a war, not a piece of garbage. Or maybe it is. I don't know. So get to it. Get straight to it. Cut to the cheese.
Oh my god. Okay, so the reader. Oh god, I don't even know where to start. So
To the cheese.
the reader is a courtesan, and for those who don't know, courtesan is a fancier word for whore.
For
No,
prostitute.
she's a really
A
fancy
prostitute.
prostitute.
Yeah.
Like, she gets hired to essentially be like arm candy.
The fanciest
other
of the
things?
fans.
The fanciest of the fancy. But the way that the author described it, they just seemed like prostitutes. It wasn't even fancy.
Then they are inaccurate.
Yeah.
I read a Zutaro one once where Katara was a fire kingdom courtesan.
Critter, whatever.
Courtesan.
But yeah, so we start off in the Outer Rim territories. So I guess it's I guess that's the slums. I don't really know much about the Star Wars world, except for the movies. The Outer Rim. But yeah,
It's a bad joke, is what it is.
according to this, she associates courtesans with fallen girls,
They have fallen down and they can't get up.
Like fallen women?
I guess. And then it says, this is the quote, but some days don't happen for most courtesans or fallen girls, parentheses, or depending on who you ask, cock whores, end parentheses.
What the
I think
Can we just send them the entire film Moulin Rouge so they can know what a courtesan is?
Yeah.
Don't disgrace Nicole Kidman like this.
Yeah, there's a difference between, what you're saying, a prostitute and a courtesan. So I'm just very confused and concerned. And then this is the job description. Your job of offering pleasure to traders, passerbys, and the occasional local was easy enough. And then it goes off to describe what the reader looks like.
Then you had to have sex with a Sith Lord.
What's weird about this is that it's written in second person, but the author describes what the reader is supposed to look like. So it's like half OC, half it's supposed to be you.
That sounds wonky.
Yeah. So apparently you're a ginger.
Yes, my red hair.
With green eyes.
With my green eyes.
And chiffon pale skin.
What the heck? And does it feel like chiffon too?
That's gross.
Yeah, you'd be easy to sell as a desirable human.
Or a purse?
A lot less could be said for the other creatures that you performed for.
Oh my.
That's fun.
She's a courtesan at the Mos Eisley Cantina.
Oh my god.
Yeah, sure. Try to strip to that song. See
Hell
what
yeah.
happens.
Just go for it.
But anyways, so there's like all the background. So her pimp, I guess, yells at all the prostitutes. I'm not even gonna say courtesan anymore. Yells at all the prostitutes to line up. And there's a guest that's gonna like choose one of the girls.
It's a Sith Lord.
No, it's actually Poe Dameron.
What? No, Poe would never.
Yeah, Poe chooses her, and then she's getting ready to like do the do with him, and he's just like, "No, I saw you were lonely. I just wanted to give you company."
I saw you were lonely.
Yeah,
Two things. One, this would never happen because Poe wouldn't be in a place like that, and two, Poe wouldn't be in a place like that because he doesn't need to buy company. Have you seen Poe Dameron? I have. Unrealistic, 0 out of 10.
yeah. So he takes a bath, and she's just there watching him take a bath, and then like she freaks out about BB-8 because BB-8's with him, of course.
Don't want to get in the water.
And I guess she has something with droids, but they don't really elaborate on it. But Poe is just like, "Oh, you don't like the droid? BB-8, go hide in the closet."
Maybe it's like, fuck off.
Nobody puts BB-8 in the corner.
So yeah, BB-8 was shoved into the closet, and then Poe was taking a bath. Then all of a sudden, the girl, or the prostitute or whatever, she's still trying to like do the do with him.
Just do the do with me.
And he's just like, "No, I just want a conversation." But all of a sudden, that conversation ends up to him eating her out.
Oh. Well, that escalated quickly.
Yeah.
Or slowly.
Yeah. Yeah, he eats her out. And then... Oh, man. This is only the first chapter. Oh, God. The way she moans is hilarious.
How is it spelled?
Oh!
I'm Shimon about this loud.
You let...
Oh!
You let out without censoring. What is... How do
As
you
opposed to beep.
How do you censor your moans?
Beep!
Oh, my God.
BB-8 just puts in a giant beep.
But yeah, anyways, after, like, he ate her out and she orgasmed, the droid rolled out of the closet in panic, furiously beeping.
Why?
Beepity beep beep.
It's like...
Is that what's written down?
No, but I wish. And then this is the girl's thoughts. Are you fucking kidding me? It's the middle of the effing night. You think to yourself, this is why I hate droids. So I guess they interrupt sex.
That's all they do.
That's all the droids do. They're there to interrupt sex.
Groggily
Groggily.
waking, you see Poe nearly dressed. "I've got to get out of here." You can feel the panic in Poe's voice. "Is there a back way out?" he asks with hurried concern. Yeah, down the hallway, down the stairs. You have to go? Did I do something?
Did I do something wrong?
No, you are wonderful. You are beautiful. I hope the rest of the galaxy gets to see that someday. Poe's hand locks into your hair behind your ears and pulls you close to kiss with force. Not B-force, but just with force.
Not force.
And I'm coming back for those lips, but keep yourself safe.
I'm coming back for those lips.
Only the lips.
Bad things are coming here. Oh, and he pulled out a satchel of money for you, in case you leave.
But also because I'm paying you to be here.
I mean, like, he wanted to just give her company and give her money still after having oral sex, but I guess. Goodbye, beautiful. Goodbye. You respond softly.
Goodbye.
For a brief fleeting moment, there was care, something unusual in your routine. before you could even process the scene, Poe and the roly-poly droid were down the hall and exiting the compound.
He's roly-poly.
Roly-poly-oly!
Roly-poly-oly!
That's BB-8. That was a scary show, okay? Let's just move on.
But yeah, so you had sex. Everyone's freaking out. Apparently, the First Order came by, and that's why Poe and BB-8 were freaking out. And they're like, and they're like, blah, blah, what happened? Where is he? Where is he?
And now you're gonna have sex with the Sith Lord.
Yeah, so basically they kill everyone but her. Of course.
She is the chosen one.
She's the chosen one. Then
chosen person.
Kylo Ren with his mask on looks into her mind and sees, oh, hey, you met with Poe. You have a connection with him because you guys had the sex.
He wants your lips.
Damn it, Kylo.
But yeah, so they take her prisoner.
For the record, Kylo's a sub, and I disagree with the sub reader.
Yeah.
Because Kylo is totally, no.
Yeah.
He's the undomliest dom to ever dom.
And then they kind of refer to her by, so she's in prison now in the First Order ship or wherever they are, and they keep referring to her as her prison number as if she's like in Les Mis.
24601.
Yeah, but she's 2914782.
What?
And they keep
29 what?
That's not as musical.
It's not as musical.
24601.
2941602.
Your time is up and your parole has begun. You know what that means.
It means I'm free. No.
No.
No. Oh, so anyways, like everyone keeps calling her a whore, but she doesn't fight it.
That's what you get, 24601. You're a whore.
And
Bread stealing whore.
they pushed her to the floor.
Lemon stealing whore.
Oh god.
We shouldn't be laughing at this. She's probably freaking out. She's in a lot of emotional turmoil, isn't she?
They pushed her on the floor like the stormtroopers.
Oh no.
They pushed her to the floor because she's saying like, I have no information, I have nothing.
I threw the bread away.
You lie on the chilled floor, causing your nipples to erect without your permission.
Stop.
Yeah.
True, but stop.
Oh my god.
Is she gonna get...
It's like she kind of gets raped, but then like they keep saying like, oh, she got really wet.
So she got
Yeah.
raped.
Oh, but
Stormtrooper gangbang.
but it wasn't with their man parts.
Was it with their blasters?
It was with their blasters.
No.
Oh. This is sad now, and I don't like it.
Yeah. And it got really weird, and then somehow... So anyways, that was like the third chapter.
Somehow one of the blasters didn't go off, you mean?
Well, that too. But also, somehow she convinces Kylo Ren that she's good and she doesn't do anything and that she's all for the Order. And so they end up making her like the laundry girl of the ship.
I too love bread.
Yeah. And
So I'm still stuck on the Les Mis thing.
I should have run away Miss fanfic.
Yeah, I don't understand how you end up like in the... Apparently it's a master slave, not dom sub. Because these chapters are called Meet Your Master, Yes Master. And I just... Everything is sinful and I want to stop.
So you should stop right now. Stop it. Stop it, Alexis. Stop it.
Stop it now.
Stop it now. That long-headed child.
This language, please.
Okay, you just put it away. Put it away, Alexis.
Help.
Put it away. Time for some yes, Bailey.
The Septiplier fanfic updated
Oh,
again.
Lord. Okay.
You read that again?
Like, I wanted to see if it keeps updating, and now it's graphic.
Oh.
It changed.
Oh.
But is it
No
blasters?
more crepes and faces?
No more crepes and faces. Now they're actually saying words like dick.
Oh.
Oh.
They upgraded.
Bad things are happening.
Like-
Cinnamon Toast Ken is also a master.
Oh, no.
To who?
No one ever showed up. Like, whoever his kitten wasn't there.
So he's lonely.
He's lonely. He's a lonely master. No, because, just to let you know, if you remember from last time, they showed up at Felix's house because he was like, "Cry, help me!" So,
Wait, so are they in Europe?
yeah, they're everywhere. All the masters live within walking distance of each other.
Of course.
So, Jack had a GPS on his kitten collar.
Uh-huh.
So, Auntie and Dark showed up and kidnapped Felix. And Cry and Jack ran off, and Cry was like, we gotta go find Master Ken. He'll help us.
He'll help us.
And then they ran off, and Ken got rid of Jack's GPS collar, but then they kidnapped Ken and Cry, and then they kidnapped Jack.
This is wild.
And brought everybody back. And that guy Nathaniel, whoever the fuck he is, tied Jack down, and there was like a 50 Shades of Grey room he was in, and now they're saying words like dick. And like actual stuff happened. He started sucking him off, and Jack's like, no, my first time's supposed to be with Mark, my master. And he's like, I soon heard something gets turned on. Oh no, not a vibrator. He quickly pushed it inside me as I let out a moan. Ah! Please! And it's got the little squigglies. Oh, kitten, your moans are like heaven. Moan louder.
Was it like the O's for mine?
Oh!
So he called him Master, which is not a good idea. He called him Master, and then Jack came in his mouth.
Ooh.
And he was like, you're mine, and he wrapped the collar around his neck again. So he basically raped Jack, I suppose.
Ooh.
So that's what's happened. And I think Dark's going after Mark, and he called Jack a horny slut and put him in baby clothes again.
What is with the baby clothes?
That is a fetish.
God.
I completely forgot about that, but now I remember and it's gross.
Yeah, and for some reason Darkiplier's coming on to Markiplier, and he's like doing that thing where it's like, oh, he's palming him through his pants.
Just like,
you know,
press the button.
Do.
Like that Judge Judy, like. No.
I begin rubbing his cover dick. He already feeling hard.
He already feeling
Covered?
His cover dick. Come on, Master Mark.
covered.
Don't you wants to have fun? I begin rubbing faster. His face is turning pink. I know all the rights places.
So is this self-cessed?
Yeah.
Pretty much. And it last updated 3 days ago, so this was like the only thing. So yeah, it's still going, guys. Oh, don't be mad, Mark. I bet your kitten milk tastes good. So there you go, guys. Part 3. It actually got graphic, and like 65 chapters later, she lived up to her promise. 63 chapters later.
Oh my god.
Now they're smut. I'm just gonna keep
dear.
updating you guys about this. God.
Oh dear. Okay.
Are you ready?
No. So, to cap things off, we have a fic that I accidentally found, I think almost a year ago. Completely by accident. I was on Tumblr, and I found this post about how Thomas the Tank Engine and that whole world is actually a lot darker than the TV show makes it out to be. Like, they have like these storybooks, and like it's super dark, like 1984 type, like, what? And anyways, someone was like, yeah, there's even fan fiction for it, and I naively decided to look into it, at which point I read too far, and then I started screaming, and then I showed it to Bailey, and then she proceeded to torture me with it for the past year. So, with that in mind, let's just start from the beginning, because
Are we gonna swap off?
I'm like worried because the way you guys talk about it, I'm just like, I've never heard of this. I don't even know anything about the Thomas the Tank Engine fandom, if there is one. I'm just like...
apparently there is.
Like, it got to the point where if you play the Thomas the Tank Engine theme song, Allison gets visibly triggered in like 2 seconds.
I scream.
Like that one, and then I know she gets mad at like the Thomas the Tank Engine edit, where it's like that one song, like the one old school like Six Flags commercial theme song, and then it's just like the bass drops, and it's that one angry train, and then they turn into robots.
God save us all. Okay, let's just get to it. Let's start with chapter 1, because I don't actually know what the name of it is anymore, because it got taken off of fanfic.net, and then somehow Bailey was able to find it through the Smosh Facebook.
Someone posted it on the Facebook comments thread, yeah.
Which is super random, but
But
alright.
it survived. It was a journey to find
No,
this,
dude,
which makes us think we shouldn't have.
Smosh fans are like true shit posters.
Bless. Smosh
Alright,
fan.
Here we go. Chapter 1. Thomas was excited. Today was a Sodor parade, and he would be carrying the nation's children from one side of the island to the other.
Yay.
He was really looking forward to having the children ride him. I'm really looking forward to having the children ride me, said Thomas to no one in particular. Thomas chugged along the track towards the station where all the children were waiting. To his surprise, Gordon was already waiting there. "Gordon, what are you doing here?" said Thomas, and Gordon said, "I am here to pick up the children for the parade." Thomas was upset. He thought he would be the one carrying the town's children. Why did Gordon have to steal his spotlight? He was such a jerk. But then Thomas had an idea. Slowly, he backed up into Gordon's track. There was a clank as he unlatched his back train car directly in front of Gordon. Now Gordon couldn't go anywhere with the children. "Thomas, you idiot! Come back here and pick up your car!" hissed Gordon. And then Thomas didn't have much time. "Get inside, children! I have candy!" he shouted as he opened the doors to his other train cars. Within a few seconds, thousands of children had scuttled inside him. Thomas gave a toot and rode off with a grin.
A toot.
Toot, toot.
Gordon was seething. He let off a hiss of steam, his eyes spinning around and around. He'd had it with Thomas's antics. Gordon was big, Gordon was blue, and Gordon was going to make Thomas his bitch.
So,
What?
then we go on to chapter 2. Basically, Thomas has kidnapped these kids,
Yeah, basically.
and the entire island of Sodor had declared a national emergency and a bounty had been placed on him. This made Thomas sad because this meant he couldn't participate in the parade anymore. "I'm sad because I can't participate in the parade anymore," said
How
Thomas.
did this go from, like, I want to get these kids somewhere to, like...
I've kidnapped the children. Because Gordon was supposed to do the parade, and Thomas was like, "No, I'm the star tank engine. Kids, come on!"
The show is under my name.
He decided to take the children on a field trip instead. After showing them around the island, Thomas would return all the children back to their respective towns, and his excursion would be celebrated for years to come.
Hooray.
The people of Sodor were understandably less enthusiastic about this turn of events. And so... there's a really big problem because children gone. Harold is currently conducting an aerial search for the children. "That helicopter won't find shit! This island is too big! We need more!" cried out a man. So, Gordon is following Thomas around because Gordon's pissed. Gordon smirked, changing his usual big, blue, and creepy demeanor to a big, blue, and rapist one.
Ah!
He increased his engine to maximum speed, closing the distance between him and the smaller train. "Poop, poop!" went Gordon's whistle, a warning. Thomas panicked. He recognized Gordon's whistle and he knew he was in big, big trouble. "Peep, peep," he answered pleadingly. "Poop! Poop!" was the reply. Gordon was right on Thomas's back and Gordon had no mercy. So, Gordon hit the back car with such force that he plowed directly through it and its occupants. The next 489 cars suffered a similar fate, crumbling like an accordion before being smashed to pieces. Thousands of children shrieked as they caught a short glimpse of their bringer of death, a train with a rape face. Where's chapter 3? Chapter 3 is the one at the top.
This is the one at the top.
At the very top. Sorry, guys, we have to scroll back and forth between the comments because he put up all 5 chapters, but not in order.
Am I missing chapter 3 then?
Chapter 3's at the top.
Why are the children dead?
Top. Here you go.
Here we go. So,
Technical
chapter
difficulties.
3. Gordon was relentless. He continued to plow through crate after crate until the blows of wood paneling and children's bodies slowed his forceful rampage. But he wasn't finished.
Enunciate,
He
let them know.
had to stop Thomas. Gordon increased his engine to full power, and with a heave... Sorry, I lost my place.
With a heave!
With a heave, he lifted his front wheels off the track and onto the back of Thomas's rearmost car. Gordon set his back wheels into reverse, pulling at the small train and his remaining cars. Thomas came to a complete stop. "I'm sorry, Gordon, I give in. You win. Please let me go. I'll go back to the town and turn myself in," pleaded Thomas. "I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Thomas," said Gordon.
I mean, he can't.
Why's that? Thomas replied nervously, "'Cause I'm gonna make you my bitch." Gordon started humping Thomas's rearmost car. The children inside wet themselves as they at the sight of the violently gyrating machinery directly outside their window. "Gordon, what are you doing? Stop!" Thomas cried. "No," said Gordon. With a heave, he shoved the train car aside and proceeded to the next one, continuing his favorite thrusting. Whew, boy. Actually, this entire chapter is gold, so I'm just going to keep on going. Thomas struggled to escape Gordon's grip, but it was no use. Gordon was too strong. He attempted to unlatch himself from the cars, but realized he could not, as one of the many frightened children inside him was leaned against the switch. He could not escape. Oh dear. Gordon shoved aside another car and proceeded to the next, but this time was different. Thomas gasped as he felt hard steel press against his rear car. Gordon had unlatched his most personal pipe.
What? What pipe?
Gordon, please, I promise to, Thomas gasped as Gordon fronted against him. No train had ever touched Thomas like this before.
I mean, I don't think trains could touch.
His wheels felt weak. Gordon repeated this to each successive train car. The sight of an oil-oozing mechanical train penis left the children with irreparable psychological problems.
What?
Sally would develop a crippling phobia of all machinery. Billy would continue to wet the bed for decades, and Philip would develop an unhealthy fixation that would result in his inability to achieve orgasm unless his partner made train noises. Gordon made his way closer and closer to Thomas, his carnal rage building with each successive car. At this rate, it wouldn't be long before he reached the trembling train himself.
Chapter 4.
God, stop!
No, you have to live this. You have to live it.
There was little time left. There were only 2 train cars left, and Thomas knew his butt would be plundered if he didn't do anything soon.
His train butt.
My butt will be plundered if I don't do anything soon, cried Thomas. Yes, confirmed Gordon. But Thomas had an idea. With most of the train cars and children no longer weighing him down, he might be able to accelerate fast enough to escape. He just had to wait until Gordon let go of him. Gordon thrust violently against the second-to-last car. He was so unable to contain his anger that he ripped the car in 2. Now was Thomas's chance. Before Gordon had time to grab his last car, Thomas accelerated as fast as possible. Get back here, bitch! Roared Gordon. No, yelled Thomas. I may have stolen those children, but you killed them. I'm telling. Gordon tried to catch up to Thomas, but he'd lost a lot of energy fucking the cars full of children. He started to laugh. Why was Gordon laughing? Why are you laughing, Gordon? Asked Thomas nervously. Ha! 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 You think you can get away? You haven't even seen my true form. Form! Gordon?
When they formed the bodies?
Gordon continued to laugh as his body began whirring and twisting. His rear cabin split to reveal 2 mechanical legs, which Gordon lifted himself into the air with. His coal cart fused with his body, incorporating itself into a torso with Gordon's iconic number 4 on it. 2 wheeled arms unfolded from him and took position on the sides of his new torso. Finally, Gordon's familiar face rotated forward to look at the fleeing train in the distance. Gordon smirked.
So poor little Transformer now.
Poor little Thomas had no idea what had just occurred to him. He felt a false sense of relief. Boom! 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 What on earth was that? It was coming from off to Thomas's right. Boom! 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 He tried to crane his head to look, but then he remembered that he was a train and could do no such thing. Thomas found, to his horror, that he did not have to crane his head to see the source of the noise. From the crest of a nearby hill rose a huge metallic figure. A figure with huge swinging arms that caught the sunlight. A figure with a huge, throbbing manhood that swung with each giant step. A figure that caught up to Thomas and lifted him hundreds of feet in the air with ease. A figure whose face spelt only one thing: grape time. Thomas pooped his pants.
He has no pants!
Which leads to chapter 5 and an author's note that says Thomas did not actually poop his pants at the end of the last chapter. That would be ridiculous, as trains do not wear pants and they cannot poop. There's no need to worry about poop in the story. That would just be messed up.
Stop sinning.
It's almost done.
It's almost over.
It's almost over.
I mean, I found the spot between Master Kylo Ren.
But you
Just
you wait.
The children.
The children were crushed and thrown from the train as a giant hydraulic train penis thrust through the main cabin.
They're all dead. How many
Thomas
children?
cried out in pain. No, my back door! Gordon began moving Thomas back and forth on his giant dick. Choo choo, motherfucker, said Gordon as he pounded Thomas.
Do you want me to read the grassy field part?
Well, at which point Sir Topham Hatt is able to locate the trains with Harold.
Oh my god.
And so
He turns on the television so people can see what happened.
yeah.
So everyone saw the ramp in real time?
A grassy field appeared on the screen. The camera slowly panned to the right. Thousands of train cars lay toppled on their sides, covered in the blood of children. Splinters of wood and small appendages were scattered around the wreckage. The unlucky few children that survived were huddled nearby, all staring at a point further up the railroad. The camera panned to reveal an even more horrendous sight.
Two trains fucking. Gah! Gordon, my consoles! Thomas groaned. His face was red and his smokestack was working overtime. Chugga, 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 said Gordon as he thrust faster and faster. Gordon did not last long. All of that foreplay had gotten him excited.
Foreplay,
grunted Gordon. Thomas felt the warmth of the gallons of train semen released inside of him. Thomas was going to jizz. Thomas jizzed out of his smokestack, thickly coating the two fornicating trains and the children below. Gordon dropped Thomas onto the ground. His job here was done. With a click of his heels, the large machine rocketed off into the air towards the setting sun.
You skipped the part where Thomas said, "Gordon, I'm going to jizz."
Did I really?
You did.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
Ta-da.
Ta-da. Gordon, I'm going to jizz. And then
He did.
Thomas jizzed.
Then Gordon flew off into the sunset.
In his new body. So,
Da,
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 da, da, da.
Are you okay, Alexis?
No, I want to go home.
Alright, well, let's, I'm sorry. Not really. Because now you understand why I've been so aversive to the obvious. But let's just cap things off by saying, this has been a good time.
This was fun.
You know, I've had a good time doing this podcast with you guys.
I wish we could have done more. We'd done it earlier.
Yeah?
'Cause this is great.
Oh, yeah. We get to inflict emotional and psychological turmoil on each other. It's, yeah. I feel like I've gotten to know you both a lot better.
One could argue that maybe, should circumstance align again, that we could recontinue this.
We could, hypothetically speaking.
We could.
Who knows?
So, maybe. See you on the flip side, sinners.
See ya on the flip side, sinners. Alexis, any last words?
Y'all got me fucked up.
So, what you're saying is you had a really good time just now.
Yeah, sure.
Do your wheels feel weak?
Chugga, 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 chugga. Choo, choo.
I never want to read another bad fanfic unless it's as good as that.
Oh dear. I think.
Are we good?
Have we broken you, Alexis? I'm glad we saved this for last.
I'm crying. Okay, bye.
Bye. Bye.
Oh my God.
Thank you for listening to Bad Fanfiction Fridays. To listen to more episodes, check us out on iTunes or any of your favorite podcast apps. As the title says, this podcast updates every Friday during the semester. Our multimedia manager is Allison Meyer. Music in this episode is from the YouTube audio library. This has been a Union Weekly production. Please follow us on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Union Weekly.